Everybody, S&P 500 weekly. This is weekly chart. You can see this is multiple years of trend line, and if I would draw a trend line, white trend line, and it's about to touch this trend line right where we are. So we are very close to getting a top and maybe a pullback, and we'll see what the levels are. We'll review crypto, we'll review all of the indices and some major stocks. Please hit the like button, guys. I really appreciate that, and share this channel with friends and family. Okay, so let's start with the day trading chart. You can see what happened yesterday. We came to the nice buy zone here, just like a quick wick. You got like an opportunity, only a few minutes, 11:37 a.m. And I shared these levels with my subscriber, and they were on the board, and they knew this is a good time to buy. Nice wick and then bounced right away. Nasdaq. You can see same thing with S&P 500. Came wick here, touched it, and then bounced. This was a good time to buy. And now where we are like in the middle. Okay, so we are looks like they want to. Let's see if they're gonna go above 6,300. That's an area you would like to start taking profit or short if you bought it here, or wait for a pullback back below 2062, 62, 68 area. All right. And in terms of Nasdaq, again, wait below 22,941 to buy again, and above 23,185, you should be looking to sell. And this is Bitcoin just touching the wick as we are talking. You can see right on the dot. And if I look at the gaps, it's coming to fill this gap around 117. So 100% it will come and fill it. And the next question is it going to stop here, or is it going to go fill this next gap at 114? We don't know. We'll keep an eye and we'll watch what happens. And let's look at other charts. And here you go. Like I was saying on weekly chart, here it is. You can see this is S&P 500 weekly chart. If you draw a trend line, we're right there. And we could go a little higher if you require. You can go around 63.35. So we could chop around here or go a little higher. So even if we go a little higher, that's about 1%, 1.2% higher, and then a decline is possible. You can see a decline would be, let's see, from these gaps here, first and second gap from where we closed to that first gap is around 2.69%, second gap is around 3.69%, and the major gap is around 6.87% here. So let's go to daily chart and look at these things here. You can see here, this is a trend line, top trend line, and there are gaps. Okay, you won't see it on daily chart. 1 hour chart, you can see a gap here, a major gap here. So at minimum, I think it's quite possible we go and fill this bigger gap here. So at some point that will be around $6,000. Okay, so keep that in mind, and that will be very healthy, because if we get that pullback, it will be touching these EMA lines, this yellow and red. I don't know what the event will be. Earning seasons are soon, and we'll see. Netflix earnings is today, and where is Nvidia earnings? Nvidia earnings is way later, around August. So I don't know when exactly it's going to pull back. Maybe it will pull back with Apple earning. Let's see. Apple earning is also end of July. So a lot of earnings are starting from now until end of July. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay. That's on SPX and NDX. Same story here. So for NDX, from where it is right now to that bottom gap is about 4.45%. That will be a nice area for a pullback, and that's where these yellow and red lines are coming. So similar story on SPY and QQQ. All right, QQQ, that gap is around 531, let's say 532-ish area. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's look at Bitcoin. You can see here Bitcoin got a 9-count sell signal yesterday actually, and you can see this is live market, and traditionally whenever we get that, we either go sideways or we get a pullback. Okay, so we'll see which way it goes. We got a 7 counts here, we got a pullback, so at least at minimum looking for a pullback. And if we do get a pullback, you can see the gaps here. First gap 117k, second gap 114k, so it better hold here. If not, then if they really want to dump it, they could even bring it back to like below 100k, 97k and 91,800. So keep that in mind. One other thing is we're going higher on divergence. You can see here PPO and RSI. You can see RSI making lower high, PPO making lower high. So this is a divergence between price and momentum indicator. So that means, usually that means we could get a pullback sooner than later. Let me see on SPX. We have SPX also same thing. We're getting little divergence here, and on Nasdaq, which made a new high, similar story, getting a divergence. So a pullback will be healthy for entire market, in my opinion. Apart from that, particular stocks, let's take an eye on these stocks. Tesla trying to close above this red line, which is 50 moving average, and it is trying to open above that today. So let's see if it's going to keep going higher, continue the move, or it's going to pull back because there are still gaps. If I go to 1 hour chart, maybe it will fill after earnings. Who knows? You can see there's a gap here, and also there's a bigger gap here. So just keep that in mind and plan accordingly. Okay, Shopify is also another stock made a new high. A lot of consolidation. Let's see if it's going to continue or make a pullback. Apple is struggling to close above this blue line. Maybe it will wait till earnings. Who knows? We'll keep an eye on this. But again, it's like a massive patience. You need to have a lot of patience because Apple is really not going anywhere. And we'll see. Netflix is earnings today, end of day, and we'll see what happens. Just keep that in mind. There are no gaps to the top. And this high here is also a divergent high. You can see RSI, oh sorry, PPO here. You can see PPO making lower high. RSI is not a divergent high, but PPO is, we can see divergence here. So keep that in mind. And a pullback. Now, I don't know if they're gonna, let's say if they dump it, I don't know how much they're gonna dump. If they really wanna dump, first gap is 20%, second gap is 25%. I don't think it's gonna go that way, that low. But just let's see what happens. On the top side, the new all-time high from where it is right now is about 7%. So we'll see which way it goes. I would rather pick a downwards move because it's too high with divergence. If I have to pick a side, so I'll wait. Amazon, again, all these earnings will be defining the next move. So probably these guys will just stay here until earnings are clear. Nvidia again got a 9 count sell signal a couple of days ago, and again this morning opening on a gap higher. So we'll see multiple gaps to fill. They just want to keep pushing this higher. We'll keep an eye on this, how far they can pull this. AVG also getting a 7 count. A lot of these big stocks are getting indicators to sell. Bond market is pretty interesting, and I'm keeping an eye on bond market. And I want to show you a chart. Let's see if I can get that here. On Nasdaq, here you got TLT. I wanted to see this. So this is a chart I made. I'll be looking to buy below this area, 81.33. So on daily chart. So in order to go there, I need TLT to break below 4.45. Oh, that's quite a while away, far, but it can happen. But that's what I'll be looking it to go below this green line to buy again. So keeping an eye. So 81.37 is my indicator. So just wanted to show you. Again, let's go back to this chart here, and let's look at commodities. Oil is holding on this trend line, yellow and red trend line, just holding it for now. Natural gas finally recovered after a nice pullback, nice recovery last couple of days. So we'll see. Gold is going down. As long as gold is above this 30 to 50, I think we're good. Let's keep an eye on this. Silver is also pulling back with gold. Copper is pulling back. In terms of commodities, this is very interesting. If you want to buy something, you can buy sugar. Nice area here, so keep an eye on this. This is wheat, also nice on this trend line. Corn also looks like a massive pullback going here. Dollar is recovering, trying to recover still again in front of these yellow and red lines, not able to close above that. Let's see if dollar recovers, then it's going to put pressure on gold. So let's keep an eye. AMD is a beast, just keeps going higher. Massive, massive overbought. You don't want to be buying here. Wait for a pullback, if anything. ASML had earnings, and even it was good. They dumped it. Came to 200 moving average, just holding it here for now. MicroStrategy looking nice, above all moving averages. UNH is interesting. Let's go to 1 hour chart because I am looking for entry to some stock because I sold all my Tesla positions. So UNH, so we have to keep an eye on here. So you can see keep going lower, no divergence here. So very interesting chart. Even if I go to regular regular trading chart. Keep going lower with no divergence. So maybe it's going to make a new low. That's when I will get in. Also keeping an eye on C and Q. This is also a gap around 30.42. Broke below all moving averages, which is never a good sign. So let's see what they want to do. So keeping an eye on all these oil miners. This could be good buy here as well. Enbridge also could be a good buy. And then also these, I think these stocks, industrial stocks like grocery stocks, Walmart, Home Depot, um, McDonald, Costco is down as well, getting a 7 count cells buy signal actually yesterday. Very interesting. Could be some news coming, so I will keep an eye on Costco. And then Loblaws here in Canadian soil. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Just taking a look, scanning it. We'll see which way market wants to take. VIX is still no signs. I don't see any signs of 7, 8, 9 count signals yet. So they keep selling off. So I'll be alert as soon as I see these indicators going green. So we'll keep an eye on that. And if you want to know more about this indicator, the stocks I'm buying and selling, subscribe to my channel, link in the bottom left description. Subscribe and let me use the user ID. I will move you to Discord channel where I share these levels, the stocks I'm buying. For example, Tesla I sold yesterday right here where it was on the red line. I buy on the green, sell on the red, and this is working perfectly. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.